Hello, it's Burgess Taylor, and today we're going to talk about creativity because that's why I am going to do so many projects starting the beginning of this week. Not only am I going to start on Monday the Finding Water book by Julian Cameron. It's a 12-week self-guided course. It's called The Art of Perseverance. I'm also reading The Eyes of the Dragon so that on September the 1st, I can start reading the first book in the Dark Tower series, The Gunslinger. So on Monday, we start the creativity discussion in the group Destination Me, Adventures at the Round Table. And then on September 1st, we are starting the Decorate a Page project. You're going to see the books, and I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to flip the camera around. Well, I'm going to have my other camera. My other camera's set up on the tripod already. Everything's good to go. Before I start showing you all of that stuff, we'll sort of talk about creativity in general. Creativity as a means of self-expression. I wanted to maybe talk about what creativity is, the definition of creativity, and stuff like that. So, by the way, I have all of this stuff planned out. I'm going to be looking down. There's no other way for me to do this. I kind of took a little bit of notes. Some of it's going to just be what I think, but some of it's going to be from notes. So, in order to talk about creativity, you have to define creativity, and the definition for creativity really depends on the person. The technical definition, and I wrote down more than one, is the use of imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. The phenomenon whereby something new and somehow valuable is formed. An idea, a musical composition, a joke, a theory, or an object like an invention, a literary work, a painting. Creativity is also defined as the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. It's also defined as the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to make connections. Those are some of the more formal definitions I found of creativity. Defining creativity is sometimes, I think, hard, and it really does depend on the individual. Creativity represents some major things: curiosity, imagination, passion. Real creativity to me requires you to be open, to be vulnerable, to think outside of the box, to be honest about what you imagine or what you're curious about, to try new things. I think creativity also means allowing yourself to make mistakes, to experiment. I think there's a connection when you're creative to other things, and I think that those connections lead you to different places. To me, the real definition of creativity is, what do you yearn for deep within you, in your heart? What does your soul yearn for? What is your passion? And you can express yourself in a variety of ways. Some people express themselves with art. Some people express themselves with music. Some people express themselves with poetry, fiction, nonfiction, literary works, reading, writing, crafts, do-it-yourself projects, planning, decorating. There's all kinds of forms of self-expression. And I think for me, because I have my hand in a lot of cookie jars, creatively speaking, I write, I journal, I create art, I like to take photos, I read avidly. I love color. I do a lot of do-it-yourself projects in the house and like for me personally, which is why you see so much color and so much stuff in my writing room. Once I get it cleaned and organized more, I'm going to be rearranging a few things, and I will show you an actual tour. To me, creative expression is in a lot of different ways. I am sometimes creatively expressive with what I wear, with color. Sometimes I am creatively expressive with my hair. Sometimes with my makeup. That's why sometimes I wear purple lipstick. It's a form of self-expression. Creativity helps you because it encourages you to be independent. It encourages you to think outside of the box. It encourages critical thinking. It encourages focus and concentration. It encourages self-discipline, problem solving. It increases your vocabulary because when you're learning new things creatively, you're learning new words. It helps you with self-expression. It helps you look at things differently. It adds diversity. It promotes interaction with other people because Well, at least for me it does, because I'm learning from other people. I'm watching videos on how to watercolor, on how to make journals. I'm talking to other people in the group and in other groups and in real life about different things that are creative. Creativity helps you increase your self-worth and your self-value. It adds happiness. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it adds tenfold to my life. The more creative I am, the happier I am, the more I get done. So although I have a lot of projects that are starting, like I said, tomorrow I start Finding Water. You don't have to. If you are doing Finding Water with me, you can start at the end of the week. You can start on September 1st. I'm just starting it this week, and for me, I'm starting Monday because I will be doing a video and a blog post about it probably on Friday or Sunday. I'm going to be talking about the projects on Friday or Sunday. I think Friday's probably going to be the projects have started, the introduction again, the kind of introduction to the projects. And then Sunday I'll do the evaluation discussion of Finding Water. I kind of need to separate some days. So I need to figure out how to organize the videos and the blog posts for all the projects. I'm going to post this in the group once the YouTube video is done so that everybody can watch it, because our discussion for creativity starts tomorrow. It's going to last the whole month of September, which includes the very end of August. We're going to separate it in the event thing so that it will last like 2 weeks and then 2 weeks, and then the last week, I guess, will be more discussing and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully people will share pictures and videos and blog posts and stuff like that, links to their stuff. But I'm super excited. Other people are doing other creative projects. Like I said, creativity happens in all different avenues. You don't have to be an artist or a crafter or a writer or a poet or a musician. My husband that's his creative outlet, music. Playing the guitar and singing, that's his thing. For me, it's journaling and writing and art. It's that stuff. And do-it-yourself house projects. That's my big thing. I love to do-it-yourself projects. Right now, it's still a little too warm for some of the things I want to do. I need to get up in the attic and clean out the bins because I'm going to be doing a lot of that in here. My closet's going to end up with bins in it and labeled. I'm also really excited. I'm going to be doing the floor myself in the kitchen. I've had it. It just needs to get cooler. I'm going to be painting our bedroom. Finally. It's the last room in the house that has not been painted. Every room in our house, for the most part, is a different color except our bedroom, which has white walls. And I hate white walls. I know it's aesthetically pleasing to some people, but I love color. And color makes me feel good, makes me happy. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to turn the camera around. This is going to be a long video, so be prepared. You can kind of watch in sections, I guess, if you want. So we're back. These are the projects that I have going on. The first project is the read-along of The Dark Tower. It starts on September 1st. And it will continue until we finish the Dark Tower series, or until those of you who want to continue along with me finish the books that are connected to the Dark Tower series. I'm going to be reading the Dark Tower series, and then I will continue to read more of the books that are connected to the series. I just enjoy Stephen King books. I have gesso on my finger, if you're wondering. The next project is a decorated page, and the third project is Finding Water. All of these start next week. Some of them are for just the month of September. The rest of them are going to be ongoing. Finding Water is an ongoing, I think it's approximately a 12-week self-guided course like The Artist's Way, but I'm going to check because I'm going to be setting up the insert for that today because I'm going to start that Monday. Now, you can start any day next week that you want, but for me, in order to do a blog post and a video about Finding Water on Friday or Sunday, I'm going to need to start at the beginning of the week so that I have something to discuss, talk about. And then the creativity discussion in the group that start Monday, and it's going to roll. I think we originally were thinking for a week, but now we've decided for the month, so it's going to go for the whole month of September, but it starts Monday, so which is a total of 5 weeks instead of 4. So we're going to start with the Dark Tower series. So this is the first book in the actual Dark Tower series. It's The Gunslinger. I have this version because it has illustrated pages of artwork by Michael Whelan. The picture that I drew and watercolored on my insert journal for this that I made. It was inspired from this. I kind of did my own version though. I found out while doing some research that the Eyes of the Dragon is actually considered a prelude to the Dark Tower series. I'm reading this right now so that by September 1st I will be finished with it and the short story The Little Sisters of Eluria, which is in Everything's Eventual, which is back there in my writing room. It starts on September the 1st and it'll roll through. I have on my blog, and I'm going to be writing another post either today or tomorrow about the setup for it, what pages and stuff. I will have my blog, my website listed below, and then I will also list it in the group for those of you who are following along. The Finding Water project, like I said, it's 12. I'm really excited about this book. I started it before, as you can tell. I actually wrote in it. I do write in my books like this, anything that's more of like a self-help, any of my my non-fiction books, I write in and highlight. I don't do that in my fiction books, but I do it in my non-fiction books. So the next project is the decorated page. Sorry for the glare. I have this book and I have this book. Now, I ordered the set. I didn't realize it was a complete set. I thought it was a different book. This is a library copy. This was a used copy. I have someone, I'm pretty sure the complete set has this one in it. I already have someone I'm sending this one to, but this one, if you don't mind having a library version, when I get the set in, it is duplicates. I will be sending somebody this book. I'll do like a little giveaway. I'll figure out how I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know. I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to do this one. So I think, I don't know, this has so many different things in it. You don't have to do every single thing she's got in here. How am I going to do this? So I had originally thought I'd make my own book. I've done it before. The rest of them, all but the very first one I made, turned out really well. This one, not so well. And I stapled my inserts together and I glued, but this didn't hold. This is the big pages in the back from my Leonie Dawson workbook. I thought that they were really pretty. And I used mixed media paper, watercolor paper, Tomoho River paper, all kinds of different paper. And I liked how I set it up, but see, the pages are not holding because I don't really think this is going to work, and I don't really have enough time to, well, I could take this out of here. This is a file folder. Could take it out like this, and I could just cover this whole notebook with maybe some cardstock or a magazine page or something and Mod Podge it. I could do that. Or I could just put washi tape over the edge of this. I don't know. I may end up doing that still and then using this for something else completely. And I'm still going to use this paper. I just love that paper. This book, which is called No Excuses Art Journaling by Gina Rossi Armfield, she takes a desk diary, which is this. I was going to do this, and then I ended up using this for writing and for Nano, but I can still do stuff. So, see the book? Okay, so she has these ideas. It's a lot like the decorated page. And what you do, she has it set up so that you use your actual book. See how chunky hers is? You use the actual book and you put paper in. You can take paper out. You can gesso. You can Mod Podge. You can spice it up. May end up using my desk diary and using either this paper or some of the paper where I got this stuff from. I'm not going to follow this one along. I'm probably going to get another one of these for next year and actually do this next year. Follow along with this and do this next year. But I am thinking, because if you can add all this and do all this that she does, and then she shows you at the very back, that's what someone's book looked like at the end. See where that's I used her watercolor I drew from hers. Hers looks so much better than mine. But she has inspiration and prompts and stuff for every single month. So I'm going to follow along, I think, next year, starting in January. with this, but for now, because I have, and this is thick paper, so I have lots of pages. It has maps in the back of it, it has information in it, it has pictures and information about writers. And as you can see, I was doing this when I was doing the Artist Way. So there's no reason why. See, I was attempting to do a YouTube schedule, and I was actually going to do Monday through Friday videos, which I may end up doing, I don't know. But I'm going to use this, I believe, and I'm just going to take paper and cut out pages or add it to pages. It's going to end up bulky. I'll just cover like this. I'll cover with a page, and my stuff will still be under there. Yeah, I don't know that I'll cut out any pages. I think I'll just add paper to it. So my stuff will still be under there, how I did November's 2015 NaNoWriMo, and I'll just cover it with watercolor paper or something. So I believe I'm going to use this as my decorated page journal, because it has all this really good thick paper that I can add stuff to, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Those are my projects, but this is the traveler's notebook that I have set up. It's going to be the planner for Destination Me. I have listed where we started it. I'll have stuff for September, what we're doing for this. I think it's going to end up being my notes and stuff for Finding Water, and then this is the insert for all the projects so I can take notes. I'm going to write down, as you can see, I have page numbers listed for the Gunslinger, and then I will add the decorated page and put stuff in there, and then I will add Finding Water and put it in here. And then what I'll do, this is week 1, and I'll have stuff listed. And then this is my notes insert for Destination Me, where I actually talk about stuff like this is the definitions of creativity, the information I found, some of it, and then this is the insert for Finding Water. And I think this is going to be my insert for artist dates or for just general stuff, because this will be where I answer questions maybe, or I may just use this one all together for Finding Water. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I did gesso over what I had. This was the gratitude one. I could still kind of see gratitude under there. And then I did watercolor over it, and I let it dry where it had, like, where it spilled. It just, I don't know, it looked creative to me. I liked it. It's just a Moleskine. Like I said, it's 12 weeks, so this may work. I just don't really like doing a whole lot of writing without lines because of my handwriting. So I may end up using this for the answering questions and the discussion stuff, and then this for the art part of it. Because you're supposed to go walking, you're supposed to take artist dates. So I may end up making, like, putting little pictures or a little artwork, or using this insert when I go to do my artist dates for different things. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm still kind of working. Like I said, I start the Artist Way tomorrow so that I can discuss it over the weekend on Friday or Sunday. Okay, my daughter came over last night for dinner, and she wanted to handle this. She was in awe of it. So this actually goes in here. Where's the little... It goes right here. So I had a Rodeo web notebook that I was using for a bullet journal, and I love the paper in it to write on. And since the read along, I've listed all the books. As you can see, that's 4.2. And then I wrote information about Stephen King, and I have asterisk the Little Sisters of Eluria, where it came from, and then I have asterisk Eyes of the Dragon down here. I have discussion questions, Eyes of the Dragon, and then I'm going to write discussion questions for the Gunslinger, and I'm actually going to do a blog post on this, and I'm going to be taking notes. I'm reading the book. Thanks for bearing with me and for hanging in there. I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for watching. Bye.